So I want to share with you today a group healing session for clearing overwhelming emotions of grief. And grief can come up in different ways for different people. For some people, if you're grieving, you may feel angry. For others, it may be that you go into a collapse. For other people, it may be fear. And when you go through something traumatic, whether it's the loss of a loved one or whether it's to do with like a loss of a dream or someone that you love, whatever it may be, it can change our perception of ourself, and it can also change our perception of the world. And it can set up limiting beliefs such as I'm not safe, or other people are not safe, or something bad is going to happen to me. And we can start to live from this place of limitation. So rather than having the heart expanded and feeling joy and in the flow of life, we start to contract. And that contraction then can have an impact on our nervous system, where we start to feel more stressed or anxious, or that we begin to not trust life in the way that we did before. And these group healing sessions are really, really helpful in clearing away a layer of the overwhelming emotions, but also to help you to regulate your nervous system, and also to just find a sense of harmony and balance in yourself, as well as changing some of those beliefs where you can begin to trust life again. For me, I went through 3 major bereavements within 6 years. So I lost my mum, that was 11 years ago now. Then I lost my dad 2 years later, and then I had a stillborn. So by the end of those 3 bereavements, I was in a terrible state, and I felt really suicidal. And I felt that I would never be able to reclaim the joy. I felt like it had been sucked out of my life. And, if you're in that space right now, it can feel like there's no way out, and you can feel really trapped. And I want you to know that little by little you can heal with the right support. And these sessions are available once a month here in this group. If you feel that you need extra support, these healing sessions can be very, very helpful one-to-one. And obviously that they're more tailored to you, more specific to what's going on for you. With a group healing session, whether you're watching the recording, there is an energy imprint in the group aura that we create. So whether you have an intention to be here or not, whether you're here live, whether you have the intention to be here, there is an energy imprint that's held in the field of all of those people that are intending to be here or are showing up live or going to watch the recording. And I'm then tuning into that energy. And the energy field holds information. So the energy field of our bodies hold our beliefs, hold our emotions, hold our memories, hold our thought patterns. All of those things are a vibration, and that then affects our physiology. When we do a group healing, we create a group aura. So there is an energy field of all of us coming together and what it is that we hold as a collective or as a group. And I'm going to be tuning into that energy. So even if something doesn't feel relevant to you, I want you to tap it out, because sometimes we haven't got an awareness of something that we hold in the subconscious. And then later on, it may come to us. It's like, oh, yes, I know what that is. So it's always really helpful to be open-minded, to really approach these healing sessions with an open heart, and just know that you're going to receive the healing that you're ready for. And whenever I do a healing, whether that's in a group or whether that's individually, it's really about your subconscious determining how much you let go. I'm not really fixing you. What I'm doing is I'm reading the energy field, and then I'm bringing into your conscious mind what is there in order for your body and your body mind and your subconscious to process it. So it's really determined by your subconscious. If we're holding a lot of resistance, if we're holding a lot of doubt, then the shifts are going to be slower than if you turn up to a group healing session and be like, I am so ready to let this go today. So just really checking in with yourself of like how open you are, and really making a decision that you're ready to receive this healing. and just trusting the process that whatever it is that comes up for you is ready to be cleared. So the first thing I want to do is to share with you two tapping techniques. So these come from the Bodytalk system. So the two energy medicine modalities that I use are Bodytalk and also Acunect. And they are based on the principles of Chinese medicine. So it's really working with that every cell of the body has a consciousness, and that consciousness is reflected in through the cells of the body. So all the beliefs, all the emotions, everything that we ever think is always having an impact on our physiology. So the first technique that I would like to share with you is called cortices. And this is a technique that works on balancing the two sides of the brain. So what we're doing is we're balancing left and right hemispheres. We're balancing the sympathetic, which is the arousal state, and the parasympathetic, which is the relaxation response. And when we bring these two nervous systems into balance, we can just feel more grounded. We feel more balanced in ourselves. We can think clearer. We can feel less overwhelmed. And this is a really lovely technique to do every day, morning and evening. In the morning, we do it, and it helps to get our brain online for the day. When you do it at night, it helps you to have deeper sleep. So the way that we're going to do this is, first of all, you're going to bring your hand at the back of your head, and then you're going to breathe in and out, and you're going to tap. And you're connecting the two sides of the brain. And then breathing in and out, tapping over the heart, calming down the amygdala. And then over the abdomen, calming down your nervous system. And then you're going to move the hand to the next position. So where you've got your little finger, just move your thumbs. So moving one hand up, breathing in and out, tapping, connecting the two sides of the brain. Breathing in and out, tapping over the heart, calming down the amygdala. And then over the abdomen, calming down your nervous system. And then we're moving to the next position, up your head, breathing in and out, tapping, connecting the two sides of the brain. Breathing in and out, tapping over the heart, calming down the amygdala. And then over the abdomen, calming down your nervous system. And then moving to the next position, breathing in and out, tapping, connecting the two sides of the brain. Deep breath in and out, and then breathing in and out, tapping over the heart, calming down the amygdala. And then over the abdomen, calming down your nervous system. And then coming all the way down to the eyebrows, breathing in again, tapping over the energy field of the brain, just focusing on the two sides of the brain. Breathing in and out, tapping over the heart, calming down the amygdala. And then over the abdomen, calming down your nervous system. And then bringing your hands either side of your head. So taking one hand away, breathing in and out, tapping. But again, just thinking about connecting across the whole brain, all of the neurons communicating together. Breathing in and out, tapping over the heart, calming down the amygdala. Deep breath in and out, and over the abdomen, calming down your nervous system. And then we're going to swap to the other side, breathing in and out, tapping. That's connecting the two sides of the brain. Breathing in and out, tapping over the heart, calming down the amygdala. And then over the abdomen, calming down your nervous system. And then connecting either side of the brain. So just imagining all the neurons connecting up and communicating together. Just seeing that flow of energy and information up the spinal cord to your brain, and from your brain to the spinal cord. And if you're not visual, you can just think it. And the energy is still going to move. And then we're going to do switching. So this is a technique which helps to reset your nervous system so that you can deal with stress better. And the two work together. So first we want to balance the two sides of the brain. Then we want to reset your nervous system to deal with stress. So we're going to find the end of the kidney meridian. So this is just under the clavicle. So you've got your clavicle bone. You're going to come to the end of the clavicle bone. You're going to come down. And then between the first and second rib, there's a dip. And you're going to hold there. And you're going to massage those dips. And then you're going to press over the eyes, pressing on the eyelids until you see a change of colour. Usually these points here in the chest are tender, and taking the hand away, breathing in and out, tapping. And then resetting your nervous system to deal with stress better. Breathing in and out, tapping over the heart, bringing your threshold for stress up to normal. And then over the abdomen and resetting the nervous system to deal with stress better. Coming back to the eyes, pressing on the eyelids. If you're wearing contact lenses, just look down. And then take the hand away, tapping, breathing in and out. And just focus on resetting the nervous system to deal with stress better. Breathing in and out, tapping over the heart, bringing the threshold for stress up to normal. And over the abdomen, resetting the nervous system to deal with stress better. And then coming back to the eyes and then relaxing. So these are really good to do today, every day, and they have an accumulative effect. So the more that you do them, the more that you start to change the neural pathways in the brain so that you start to respond differently to life. So I'm going to just close my eyes. I'm going to tune into the group field. So as I said earlier, all of those that are watching the recording, all of those with the intention of coming, even if you're not here, I'm tuning into your energy of what is it that is ready to shift? What are you ready to let go of? So I'm setting the intention to work with healing the wounds of grief, wherever you may be in your healing journey with that. It could be recent, it could be a long time ago, but still we can be carrying pain that's held on a cellular level. And there is a belief that something bad is going to happen. We need to go to the reptilian brain. So the reptilian brain is the oldest part of the brain. It's very much involved in our survival response. If we have a belief that something bad is going to happen, our nervous system is going to be primed for danger or for looking out for things. We're going to be more hypervigilant. So I'm just going to look this up. I've got some charts on my phone that I refer to when I do group healing sessions and also one-to-one sessions. Let's have a look and see, what do we need to focus on here? So first of all, it's about the connection to your body. So when we go through stress and trauma, we can disconnect and we can become disassociated or disembodied. But in order to heal, we need to be present, we need to be in our bodies. So we want to ground the energy, we want the nervous system to be calm so that we can be here and feel safe. We also want to calm down reactivity in that area of the brain. Okay, so that's the first two things that we're going to tap out. So I want you to hold the back of your head. So we're just bringing our focus to the reptilian brain. And then with the other hand, we're going to tap. We're tapping over the brain. We're going to take a deep breath in and out. We're going to breathe in and out, tapping over the heart. And then over the abdomen, deep breath in and out. And what we're focusing on here is that we're clearing, first of all, the belief that something bad is going to happen. So, a belief is a pattern of thought that then builds a strong energy field. So, we can just start to let that go. It's just a vibration. We're also asking your body mind to remember to calm down the reptilian brain, connecting to your body, coming out of reactivity. So just keeping tapping, keep breathing. So we're just focusing on these two things. And I'm just going to tap also in the group field. So keep tapping on yourself, clearing this belief that something bad is going to happen. And you can just let that go. It's just a pattern of thought. It just becomes habitual. You don't need to hold on to it. And just asking the reptilian brain to calm down, you connecting to your body, calming down reactivity. And then you're going to relax. And just connecting now to your body. So sometimes after we've tapped out, we can feel energy moving. So you can feel tingling, you can feel prickling, sometimes you can feel cold or you can feel heat, whatever it is that you're feeling, even if it's numbness, just letting that energy move through. And just trusting the wisdom of your body. Your body knows how to heal. Your body has that intelligence on a cellular level. And that's what we're connecting to. We're just reminding it, this is how to be in harmony. This is what you need to let go of in order to be well. So your body does the healing. I'm just holding space for that to happen. We need to also change the way that you think. So when we go through stress and trauma and grief, it can set up thought patterns similar to beliefs like something bad is going to happen. And in a way, it's like when we're working with changing our thoughts, we are opening up to receive different thoughts. So we actually receive our thoughts from universal consciousness. There is a field of information that holds all the thoughts. That's why we can be influenced by what other people are thinking, because we're in tune with that field, and then we can pick up those thoughts. And what we want to do is to create more light in your mind. Your mind is an electromagnetic field. When you hold more light in the mind, you're going to have more positive thoughts. You're not going to be so bogged down with negativity. So that's what we want to now focus on. So let's just have a look and see, is there something specific that we need to focus on here? So it's about your ability to collect these positive thoughts. It's like changing the dial on a radio. So you're tuning in to shit FM, all of these negative thoughts. We want to change it into positive FM. And so by changing the frequency, by creating more light in the mind, you therefore are going to be picking up thoughts that are more helpful to you. We also want to bring in more pure chi. Okay, and we're going to tap this out. So we're going to hold here just on the at the bridge of the nose. And this is a very important energetic center because it relates also to our third eye. And it also relates to our arc line, which is an energy that goes from ear to ear. So it's our ability to tune in and also to pick up information. So just holding here and then breathing in and out, tapping over the head. So we're creating more light in the mind. We're breathing in and out, tapping over the heart. We're expanding that energy field around us. We're tuning in and collecting that pure chi, pure thought into the mind. So again, deep breath in and out, tapping over the heart, over the head, breathing in and out, tapping over the heart, and also over the abdomen. Just feeling that expansion all around you. Like letting go of those negative thoughts, whatever it is that you're getting caught into. And just opening into a different thought, positive thoughts, thoughts that are going to support you in your life. And just keep going with the tapping. I'm just going to tap in the field. I can feel those shifts. If you're a visual person, you can imagine this energy of light around you, feeling lighter, feeling brighter in yourself. That's good. And then relaxing. So, again, just tuning into how you feel. Maybe you start to feel a little bit more joyful. Maybe you can feel your heart expanding. If you can't feel anything at all, that's also fine because sometimes the shifts come a little bit later. Here we're going to another belief. And we're working with the belief, I'm not safe. So again, this can be set up through going through trauma and loss. And we're going to do a clearing from a body part, from the brain, from your limbic brain. Now, your limbic brain is your emotional brain. Your limbic brain can be influenced by memories. So we can be holding memories in the cells. So your body has receptors, and actually our emotions, we call them neuropeptides. If you ever read the book Molecules of Emotion by Candice Pert, she goes into the science behind how this works. So the cells of the body lock in these molecules of emotion into the cells, and then it holds it. And you can be holding that for years. So we want to clear those neuropeptides. We want to clear whatever it is that you're holding in your limbic brain. So your limbic brain, your emotional brain can regulate itself. It's not being activated by these memories or these emotions. And we're not going to be specific about what it is that we're clearing in the limbic brain. It's going to be different for all of us, but it could be an emotion, could be a belief, could be a thought pattern, could be a memory. And our thoughts, so memory, our energy follows thought. Yeah. So wherever we put our focus, the energy starts to shift. So the limbic brain is the second evolution of the brain. You've got your reptilian brain, which is like the oldest part of the brain, and then you've got the limbic system that's either side of it. We're going to be focused on this area of the brain. If you are a visual person, then you can actually think about a color that represents whatever it is that you're holding there. You know, you might see black, you might see red, whatever it is. If you're not visual, you're just going to think that actually the energy is moving and that's still going to move. And okay, so if you're a visual person, you can just think about a color in this area of the brain. If you're not visual, just thinking that that's going to be cleared. So tapping over your head, tapping over your heart, we're clearing the belief that you're not safe. You can just let that go. Remember, beliefs are just thoughts that we have had over and over again on a subconscious level until they have this strong energy field, and we're clearing that thought pattern, that energy field, so it no longer is affecting your physiology. And then we're clearing the limbic brain. Whatever it is that you're holding there, beliefs, emotions, memories, thought patterns. I'm a very visual person, so for me, I can visualize light coming into the brain and starting to clear it. And I can also hold that for the collective group that's here with us today. And just seeing whatever it is that needs to shift, being cleared. So keep breathing, keep tapping, you're doing good. And your body mind wants to be in harmony. Your body mind wants to heal. It's always looking for this homeostasis. And that's what we're doing. We're bringing everything back into harmony by clearing away what's out of balance. You can just let that go. Your body knows how to heal. So keep going with the tapping. Just giving yourself permission to let go of that belief that you're not safe. Even if you're not consciously aware of it, it can be there in the background. That's really good. And then relaxing. Just letting that energy move and fall away. Maybe you're starting to feel calmer. Maybe you're starting to feel lighter or just more positive. And this work is subtle, but it's also powerful. It works. The subconscious is subtle. What we carry is about 90% of what gets played out in our life comes from the subconscious. And so it's subtle, but it goes deep. And you're processing this beyond this session. You've tapped it out. You're reprogramming your body mind to function in a different way. And that can take a little bit of time sometimes, over a few days, a week or more. Just allowing that energy to move through. So just taking some deep breaths, just noticing, what do you feel in your body? And that's all we're going to do for today. So just see how you are after this session. Just let the energy move through. Let it move through for the next few days, a week or so. Please reach out if you need extra support. I'm always here for you. And look forward to seeing you next Monday at 10 for meditation. Sending you so much love. Thank you for joining me.